Welcome, dreamer. You're listening to Evernight Stories, a quiet place for gentle tales and peaceful dreams. Make yourself comfortable. It's time to rest. Before we begin, if these calm moments mean something to you, consider subscribing so the next story finds you easily. The evening comes quietly tonight, slipping gently across the land like a cool hand smoothing the last edges of autumn. You walk along a narrow path through open fields, the earth beneath you firm and cold, covered in a thin shimmer of frost that catches what little light remains in the sky. The horizon glows faintly, a pale wash of silver blue, and the air holds that unmistakable stillness that arrives just before snow. You pause for a moment. The wind brushes past you in a soft, shallow breath. Then another sound joins it. A sound so delicate you feel it before you hear it. The first snowflake touches your sleeve, then another and another, falling slowly, drifting sideways on the hush of wind, each flake a tiny feather of cold light. They land without sound, settling into the folds of your coat, melting into cool droplets against your skin. The world around you holds its breath as the snowfall begins, gentle, unhurried, like a soft curtain lowering between you and everything else. You breathe with it, in and out, quiet, slow. The fields stretch wide and open, their stubble pale beneath the gathering snow. Fence posts rise like dark strokes across a white canvas, each tipped with frost, each beginning to wear a delicate cap of new snow. A single crow calls once in the distance, then falls silent, leaving only the soft whisper of flakes drifting down. Here, in the first snowfall of the season, the world feels tender, as though the land itself is settling into its long winter rest. You take another step, and the snow swirls around your boots in tiny spirals of white. The evening deepens. The fields grow quiet, and the first snow continues to fall. The snow falls a little steadier now, though never in a rush. Each flake drifts softly, suspended in the air before finding its way to earth. They gather on your shoulders in tiny melting clusters, forming brief, cold kisses that disappear as quickly as they arrive. The air has changed too. It feels softer, rounder, muted, in a way that makes every sound gentle before it reaches your ears. You walk slowly along the narrow path. Your footsteps are the only marks on the pale ground, each one pressing into the thin layer of new snow with a quiet, satisfying sigh. When you lift your foot again, the imprint softens at the edges, already fading beneath the steady drift of flakes. You breathe in. Cold, clean air fills your lungs, You breathe out. Your breath clouds into a small puff of silver that floats upward and dissolves into the night. In and out. Easy, unhurried, calm. The fields around you stretch into a soft blur of white and gray. You can see hints of the land beneath the lines of dry grass bending under the weight of snow. The thin silhouettes of last season's stalks standing in irregular patterns. The gentle curves of earth rolling toward the horizon. Everything feels muted, as if the snowfall has placed a single peaceful note over the entire world. Fence posts rise from the snow like small guardians of the field. Their tops are dusted with white, their sides darkened with age and winter's touch. A few hold remnants of twine left over from harvest, now stiff and pale under the cold. Each post stands quietly, as though grateful for the chance to rest after a long year of work. A soft breeze drifts across the land, lifting flakes into tiny spirals before letting them fall again. The wind carries the faint scent of pine and distant smoke, the first hints of winter whispering through the countryside. Somewhere far away, a door closes, muffled by the snow. Even the world's smallest noises seem softened, folded into this growing hush. You take a moment to stop walking. Just stand. Just be. The snow falls around you in unbroken silence. The air thickens with tiny sparks of white that catch what little moonlight seeps through the clouds. If you listen closely, you almost hear it, the faintest sound of snow landing on the ground, like a soft exhale shared between sky and earth. You tilt your head upward. Snowflakes drift onto your eyelashes and cheeks, cold at first, then melting into warm trails. Above you, the sky is a smooth blend of pearl gray and soft violet, swollen with clouds ready to release more snow. There is no hurry in it, only patience, only peace. In and out. Breathe with the falling quiet. When you begin walking again, the snow beneath your feet feels even softer, as if cushioning each step. The trees at the edge of the field stand motionless, their branches coated in white lace. A few stubborn leaves still cling to the highest tips, frozen mid-fall, held in place by the growing cold. They tremble slightly when the wind brushes them, small, delicate signals of the season's final farewell. You reach a low rise in the land, and from here the fields open wide. Like an unfurled blanket, the snow spreads across the earth in a seamless layer, glowing faintly with reflected light. In the far distance, you think you see the soft silhouette of a barn or a cottage, its shape hazy, its presence gentle. The snow falls more densely now, each flake gliding like a slow heartbeat from sky to ground. The world feels wrapped in a soft, white hush. Even your thoughts move more slowly, as if reluctant to disturb the stillness growing around you. You breathe again, deep, steady, in and out, quiet, present, safe. The fields widen, the night deepens, and the snowfall thickens into a peaceful veil that covers every worry, every sound, every hurried piece of the world. Ahead, the snow begins to glow, a faint silver shimmer rising beneath the pale moonlight, and you take another gentle step forward. The snow thickens as you step forward, but it never loses its softness. It falls like drifting feathers, slow and weightless, settling on your sleeves, your hair, the quiet earth around you. Each flake is a tiny, unique world that melts the moment it touches warmth, leaving only a whisper of cold in its place. You crest a gentle rise in the land, and suddenly the world opens. Before you lies a vast field, untouched and perfectly still, a white expanse stretching from the worn fence line beside you, all the way to the shadowed tree line far beyond. Not a single footprint marks the surface. No wind has yet carved its patterns. The first snow has draped the land in pure, delicate silence. You stop without meaning to. Your breath catches softly. Your chest expands into the stillness. In and out. Slow, soft, awed. The moon peeks through thinning clouds, a pale silver coin suspended over the horizon. Its light touches the field with a cold, gentle hand, turning the snow into a soft shimmer. Thousands of tiny flakes catch the moonlight like flecks of crystal, sparkling in the faintest rhythm as they fall. The air is crisp, almost sweet. Each breath you draw in tastes of winter, beginning its slow return. Cool pine, distant wood smoke, the metallic whisper of frost. It fills your lungs cleanly, clearing space inside you that you didn't realize had grown cluttered. You walk slowly into the open field. Your steps now create deeper impressions, soft bowls pressed into the snow. The edges of each footprint crumble gently as flakes continue to fall, already beginning to erase the marks you leave. It feels like walking across a dream, one that forgives every step as soon as it's taken. Far off, a small shape catches your eye, something warm against the cold. A faint glow from a distant farmhouse window. Not bright, just a dot of gold, steady and comforting. It doesn't call you toward it. It simply exists, quietly reminding you that warmth still lives somewhere beyond the horizon. You keep walking. The snow begins to lay a soft coat over the fence posts, smoothing their rough angles into round, padded shapes. The dry grass beneath them bends further under the weight, each blade holding a fragile crown of white. Here and there, frozen seed heads rise like tiny sculptures, each one etched with frost. The world feels suspended, not frozen, not asleep, just peacefully pausing. In and out. Breathe with this hush. You stop beside one of the taller fence posts and brush your gloved fingers lightly across its surface. The snow falls away in a small cascade, leaving behind a dark streak of weathered wood. The contrast is stark and beautiful. Cold white above, warm earth below. It reminds you of the fields themselves, always shifting between seasons, always moving between light and dark, warmth and cold. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the sensation of snow landing on your face guide your breath. Each tiny impact is gentle, a small, cool tap that melts almost instantly. You feel your heartbeat slow, matching the rhythm of the falling flakes. Each one a quiet moment, each one a soft letting go. When you open your eyes, the field seems to glow brighter. The moon climbs higher, its silver light laying itself across the land like a luminous blanket. The sky above has shifted from gray to muted indigo, and the stars begin to peek through, faint and scattered, tiny pinpricks of light echoing the snow below. Your breath floats upward again, a soft cloud, a small offering to the night. In the distance, a faint echo reaches you, not a sound exactly, but a feeling. The presence of past winters, the memory of footsteps crunching through deeper snow, warm voices behind frost-covered windows, the long, quiet line of years that have passed over these fields without ever breaking their peaceful rhythm. You step forward again, and the snow deepens a little under your feet, its softness rising around your ankles. The field absorbs every sound you make, wrapping each footfall in silence until the world becomes one single, continuous hush. You exhale. The cloud of breath drifts slowly upward, merging with the falling snow. A soft, shifting moment in a world of pure calm. The snowfall grows thicker, the moonlight stronger, and the entire field seems to slip into a silver sleep, a gentle rest it has waited for all year. You stand there, breathing quietly, held by the stillness of the season's first snow, and the night breathes with you. The snowfall deepens into a steady drift, each flake descending with the patience of a world that has finally slowed enough to breathe. You continue walking, though your steps are softer now, more like gentle impressions than footprints. The snow muffles everything, your movement, the distant wind, even your thoughts, folding the whole world into a hush, so complete it feels sacred. You breathe in, cold but gentle, You breathe out. The warmth inside you expands quietly. In and out. Soft, steady, safe. You stop near a small rise in the land where the snow has gathered more thickly. Kneeling down, you touch the surface with your fingertips. The cold meets your skin instantly, but instead of biting, it settles like cool silk, smooth, light, impossibly soft. When you press your hand deeper, the snow gives way with a sigh, parting around your fingers like a blanket adjusting itself. It strikes you in a simple, quiet way. Snow is not harsh, not in its first fall. It is a covering, a shelter, a way for the tired earth to finally rest. Underneath this white layer, seeds sleep. Roots hold their slow, ancient dreams. The land that worked through sun and storm and harvest now settles into stillness, wrapped gently in winter's first embrace. You run your palm over the surface. It feels cool, yes, but peaceful, like touching the quiet side of the world. The air around you has thickened with snowfall. The flakes drift sideways in the faint breeze, swirling around your face and hands. A few cling to your eyelashes again, melting into tiny droplets that cool your cheek. The sensation is tender, a reminder of the world touching you back. You rise slowly, brushing snow from your knees. As you stand, a distant shape catches your eye, a dim, warm flicker far across the field. At first, it looks like a star that's fallen too low, but then it steadies into something warmer, something earthly, a window glowing gold. A cottage small and quiet, its roof already capped with snow. It sits just beyond the tree line, tucked into the world like a secret. You cannot hear anything from it. You cannot see movement inside. But the light speaks softly through the night. Warmth still exists. Even in the coldest hours, it waits. You do not need to reach it to feel it. The sight settles into your chest like an ember, small, steady, glowing. You breathe deeply, in and out, your breath rising into a gentle cloud before dissolving. You continue walking, but your pace slows even more, each step becoming a floating movement. The snow thickens around your boots, the sound of your steps becoming almost non-existent. You feel held by the world, supported, softened, as though the earth beneath the snow has shifted from solid ground to a quiet cradle. The fields around you glow faintly under the moon, the snow catching and reflecting every speck of silver light. It feels like walking through a dream woven of white and stillness. The cold touches your skin, but never sinks deep, as if the warmth inside you has learned how to meet it halfway. In this moment, the world feels balanced, cold around you, warm within. within you. Silent outside, peaceful inside. You pause again, letting the snowfall gather on your shoulders. There is nothing you need to do, nothing to solve, nothing to resist. Just this falling quiet, just this clean, endless softness. You look up once more. The sky is clearing, the clouds parting just enough to reveal more stars. They appear as tiny points of white, mirroring the flakes that continue to drift downward. Stars above, snow below. You are suspended between them, a still point in a world slowly folding into winter. Your breath moves gently in your chest, in and out, matching the drift of flakes. You allow gratitude to rise, not in words, not in sharp emotion, but in a gentle loosening inside you. Gratitude for the cold that teaches stillness, for the snow that softens the world, for the quiet that lets you hear yourself breathe, for the small golden window reminding you that warmth always exists, even far away. A final breeze passes across the field, soft, tender, barely urging the snow into motion. You stand very still. The snowfall thickens further, draping the land in a deeper white. The world becomes softer, quieter, a cradle of light and silence. You breathe once more, in and out, drifting, peaceful, free. And as the snow settles around you, so does your heart, into warmths, into stillness, into the quiet beauty of the first winter night. The snow falls gently around you now, softer than before, as if the night itself has learned your breath and begun to match its rhythm. Each flake drifts down in slow, wandering spirals, settling over the fields in a thick, peaceful hush. The land has disappeared beneath a smooth blanket of white, and the sky mirrors it, a pale silver dome dotted with soft, distant stars. You stand very still, and the world stands still with you. Your breath rises in small clouds that float upward before dissolving into the dim glow of moonlight. The cold brushes your cheeks, but inside you, warmth gathers, steady, deep, quiet. The cottage light in the distance glows faintly through the falling snow, a single golden pulse against the winter dark. You don't need to approach it. Just knowing it is there is a comfort of its own. Breathe with the night, in and out, slow, warm, safe. The snow muffles every sound until the world becomes a cradle of silence. Even your thoughts soften, settling gently, like flakes finding their place on the earth. There is no hurry now, no wait, only the deep, unbroken calm of a season beginning. The The fields rest, the sky rests, and you, wrapped in the hush of the year's first snow, rest too. Let the quiet hold you. Let the warmth inside you glow softly. Let yourself drift into peace. The first snow has come, and with it, your rest. Good night.